January 29th, starting the new year on FiteTV. It's going to be a great way here to get the new year going with some pillow fight action.
There's something I'm looking quite forward to seeing how this is actually going to play out, because I understand you're not allowed to actually block up high. I think someone told me that would be a illegal technique. Round number 1 underway.
So as we're set to get the action started here, and they're unloading here, Blake, and it looks like Meriah Hall might be having a little bit of an advantage right now, bringing those overhead shots.
Now, I'm not trying to make any kind of jokes, but obviously back of the head is not a foul.
No, it's not a foul, and I guess we can't really call that a spinning back fist, more a spinning back pillow attempt there by Kendahl Voelker. But these two ladies giving it a go once again, 3 90-second rounds here.
Some good shots there. Okay, so looking to employ the two-handed technique is Meriah Hall.
And Hall looking to be a little bit more aggressive right now with her shots as they're landing a little bit more on Kendahl Voelker. And Voelker here seems to be playing a little runaway game, trying to stay away from her opponent.
Can't say that I blame her. She does have the reach, not using it. I mean, combat sports are the same no matter what it may be. And not using the reach is Voelker at all.
And it looks like Voelker once again trying to take advantage there. Puts her back to her opponent. Not a smart strategy, but in this type of environment, not necessarily going to give you as much of an issue.
Yeah. One thing I noticed, no mouthpieces.
No mouthpieces, and certainly no official attire. It's almost as a come-as-you-are environment.
Well, they're wearing PFC T-shirts. They have a fight kit of sorts, but as a lifelong martial artist and a mixed martial arts practitioner, since it was still called NHB, shoes in the cage drive me crazy, Blake.
And Kendahl Voelker, you saw there, put her elbow up to sort of block those pillow shots, a different technique than we're used to seeing in the MMA realm. Bell sounds, end of round number 1. I would say Meriah Hall probably takes round number 1.
I would say that if this were a mixed martial arts fight, which is what I come from, she landed the more effective strike. But I don't know. Was that a slip? Was that judge a slip when she fell down? Meriah Hall's butt touched the canvas.
And we'll certainly see how the judges factor into this, because you do believe the judges probably have a little bit more impact on this situation than a typical MMA bout, because you're not seeing as many finishes.
Okay, so they're buttoned.
And the action begins here. And once again, Hall coming up with those overhand shots, trying to bring some momentum down on her opponent.
Another spinning back pillow there.
But again, Kendahl Voelker has that size advantage, so I don't know if those overhead shots are going to be as effective.
I just saw the referee warn her for high blocking. I was told you're not allowed to block above your shoulder, and I just saw the referee administer a warning there against Voelker.
And you see Voelker here continuing to put that hand up. We saw that a little bit towards the end of round number 1, and that seems to be a strategy for her, trying to evade the shots from Meriah Hall, but Hall's starting to bring the thunder here, Blake.
Yeah, and once again, perfectly legal back of the head. As a lifelong mixed martial artist, this back of the head is, I want to call that, I've seen the referee warn her for that. You're not allowed to block arm up like that.
And Voelker swinging almost in desperation right here as Meriah Hall does look to have the advantage.
Yeah, I would assume that most TKOs would occur due to fatigue, or at least influenced by fatigue. That leads to a big shot landing, because this is has high output.
You certainly do have to factor that in there. And again, when you're swinging that arm continuously for upwards of 90 seconds on 3 occasions, consecutively there, you have to almost think that arm could it's almost like a pitcher throwing 150 times.
Very similar to that, yeah. But
goes for a spinning back pillow once again. That seems to be the trademark of Kendahl Voelker. Not effective here.
No, and again, the shots at the back of the head, but that's 100% on Voelker for turning her back to Hall, if you ask me.
And Hall trying to add some damage there towards the end of round 2, and that brings us to the conclusion of round number 2, and the second verse seemed to be just the same as the first, as right now the official talking about those blocking. And again, if you're Kendahl Voelker, you're going to have to think of a new game plan heading into this final frame.
I would certainly think so, or of some kind of game plan indeed. This is, again, it's alien to me. But, if the high block like that is not allowed, that would change the whole game. I think that's why you may see them turning the back if you can't block high.
And now as we head to this final round here, Blake, it looks like Meriah Hall does have the advantage, but the door does seem to be open for Kendahl Voelker to at least get back into it.
If knockouts can happen, anything can happen.
Round number 3, the final shake in the pillow. And we're going to get the action started here. The final 90 seconds in this opening bout here in Dania Beach.
Getting all the oranges in the bottom of that pillowcase there as the referee.
You think maybe they slip a foreign object in that pillow?
They could indeed. International object. Just throwing some nice chopping shots there. You know, even with nunchucks, this is very similar to an actual nunchuck fight would look.
And you can almost see the desperation coming out here in Kendahl Voelker starting to swing heavily.
Yeah.
But Meriah Hall, once again, with those back and forth right-hand shots, seem to be doing some damage.
And she's keeping a good pace, too. I talked about fatigue earlier. Meriah Hall seems to be keeping that pace pretty steady.
She has a game plan, and Blake, she's been sticking to it throughout the 3 rounds.
Yep.
And now if Hall can pretty much keep the action on her side for the last minute, she should be able to walk away possibly with a unanimous decision.
I would expect so. But, yeah, the for lack of a better term, the wood chopping technique she's been utilizing, side-to-side overhead, has really defeated the range advantage that Voelker should have had. Voelker swung very wide, and in any combat sport, wide swings take too long to get to the opponent.
And you can see the fatigue starting to set in right here for both ladies as we're towards the end of this final frame right now. And Kendahl Voelker looks like that gas tank is just completely empty.
Yeah. Yeah, Voelker wide open for a liver shot there.
And again, Blake, when you're coming from an MMA background or even a boxing background, the techniques and the swings you continually make. Oh! Down she goes! And Meriah Hall,
big kaboosh,
finds herself right on the canvas looking up at the stars.
And I believe that Hall is questioning that, saying that was not a pillow. I think Hall was saying that may have been something other than the pillow that struck her there.
Could have been a bit of a fist, perhaps.
Could have been.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards, and our judges, all of them scored it 41-36 for your winner by way of unanimous decision, Meriah Hall. Meriah, come on here.
A nice effort by Kendahl Voelker.
Meriah, don't. Meriah, let me get a couple of words with you here. A lot of excitement there, Meriah. Come on here. This is a pillow fight. Is this what you expected?
This is what I needed. I needed this. You guys, y'all ain't loud enough. Woo!
Meriah, don't go anywhere. I wanted you to face the camera over here. Meriah, obviously she was the taller fighter. Did you have an advantage since you're the shorter fighter here? Did you have an opportunity to use that pillow to your advantage?
I tried my best. I think I did it. Whew. Don't wear nails next time, guys, or you're going to have to bite them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Meriah